I'm here with DP Marketing.Services, author on the book on digital marketing for plumbing and HVAC contractors, also the host of Blue Collar CEO. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing good. I know your time is busy, so I'm grateful that you took the time just to stop and watch this video. Hey, coming at you with a question, something that maybe you think about, maybe you haven't thought about, but if you haven't, this is something that might be helpful. Why is a great brand so important? And maybe even more specifically, like, does a great brand help your SEO, right? If you've watched any of our videos, you know we talk about all things related to helping plumbing, HVAC, electrical, home services company grow their business. One of those components is branding. That's one of those things we don't do. People who specialize in branding, like they're very, very good. And by the way, we've done other videos before. I don't want to talk about now. That branding is far more than a logo. It's far more than your truck wrap. Branding is a very big topic. And to do it well, it takes a lot of people who are very specialized at their game. But here's the scenario. Everybody wants to rank on page 1 on Google, right? Everyone wants to be number 1 on Google. And why not? Like, there's a whole lot of reason to want that. Google's the king of the mountain. They're the giant 800-pound gorilla in the room. And yeah, if you can get Google to love you, it can be really impactful for your business. However, if you have a powerful brand, and by that I mean if you have a brand that's recognizable, that people want to have a positive association with you, that your brand comes across to the customer where they feel like you're better than any other option, you can get an unfair advantage even if you're not number 1 on Google. Heck, even if you're not number 2 on Google. You might not be number 3. You might not be in the top 5. But your brand will give you an advantage over your competitors. Why? There are only 10 spots on Google, right? You can't control those. Google's going to pick the ones that they think are most credible, the most authoritative, the most reliable for what the customer is looking for. Sure, you can do things to try to influence that, but at the end of the day, Google's a giant robot going to do what the giant robot's going to do. However, what you can do is control your brand. You can control how your team thinks and feels about coming to work, about how the community feels when they see your vans drive down the road. You can create things that make people want to work with your company, where you look like you're the hero, always coming to save the day. If you can pull that off, it doesn't matter what position you are on Google. When people pull up a search, they can see number 1, number 2, number 3. When they see your brand, they will skip over everybody else to go to your business. Because you have spent the time, the effort, the energy, you have put in the investment to make your brand a brand worth marketing and a brand worth remembering and a brand worth having an impact. This is something that I think so many people overlook. They think that brands are logos and that your truck wraps are your brands and your uniforms are your brands and blah, blah, blah. But you're forgetting the fact that what you're really trying to do is change your customer's mindset, where you feel trusted, reliable, credible, preferred. All those things are what you're wanting to get the customer to get when they see and interact with your brand, right? Not, oh, I recognize that company, but it's this emotional response that makes them want to work with you. It makes them want to skip over people in LSA, skip over people doing AdWords, skip over people on the maps to find the one that makes them feel like they want to feel. When you focus on building a brand, it will give you an unfair advantage that nobody else can do. It's not throwing more money at ads. It's not throwing more money at LSA or whatever. It literally is about doing the work on building a brand. And there's a lot to it. If you haven't, I would highly recommend checking out the guys over at KickCharge. They do fantastic work. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Look for ways to kind of round out your whole branding profile, including things like PR companies to help get public sentiment working in your favor. But yeah, having a positive brand, a strong brand, guys, worth its weight in gold. And as Dan Antonelli at KickCharge often says, like, the most expensive brand is the one you pay the least on. Focus your efforts on building a great brand. It makes everything else that you're going to do easier. Guaranteed. I'm curious to hear from you. What do you think about this? Leave a comment below. As always, guys, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, check out Dan's stuff, and I will see you next time.